Hello, I'm Dana Cowley, and you're watching Charter Local Edition Northwest. Today, our news team is covering the highlights of the 2015 legislative session. My guest today is Republican Senator Ann Rivers. She's from the 18th District. Thank you, Ann, for coming.
Thank you.
Tell me what you're working on this session.
So this has been a really exciting session so far. A lot of high-profile items that are very important to our state. Primarily, the thing I've been spending most of my time on is trying to reconcile the I-502 or recreational marijuana market with the medical marijuana market. It's the people of this state spoke in initiative both times and said, we want this and we want this. Not my job to complain about that. It's just my job to try and make those initiatives work together, to harmonize them, if you will. So that's been what's taking most of my time, but I also have a distracted driver bill, which is also quite a high-profile bill, and I also think will contribute dramatically to safer roads in Washington State.
Well, let's start off with your medical marijuana bill, because some people do think those things should be blended, that recreational and medical should be separate. What are your thoughts, and what would you like to get accomplished by the end of the session?
So when I first started out, I had a bill that created or that kept the two systems separate. But as I worked with my colleagues and stakeholders, they became closer and closer together. So we are in a position now where we're trying to meet some pretty serious mandates. First, to make sure that there's an adequate supply for our medical patients. Second, that the supply is safe. Third, we have got to do something to keep it out of the hands of kids.
Right.
They've adopted the attitude that it's legal, we can all do it now, but emerging research on the adolescent brain is quite disturbing for those kids who started using when they were quite young, and some of the things that are happening to them now. And finally, we have to get our taxation structure squared away. So if we can get those four things done, then I believe that we will have enjoyed some success on that issue.
Well, it is a huge undertaking.
It is huge. The bill's, I think, currently 60 or 67 pages. It's a very comprehensive bill, but truly it's what's needed, because right now what we have in medical is the wild, wild west. There's no regulation, so.
Do you find that this is becoming a partisan issue?
No, in fact, the bill that we have today is called a five-corner bill. That means I've been working it with the governor's office, with the House Republicans, the House Democrats, and the Senate Democrats. So we've all come together and we've said, this is too important to not get done, let's start hammering it out. So we've been working for about 2 years on this issue, and I feel like the time is right for 50-52 to pass.
That's a little bit of an unusual situation to have a five-corner opportunity to work as a lawmaker.
I agree, but it's nice.
And then to your other issue about the distracted driving, we already have some laws like that. Why do you think those aren't enough?
So we have a distracted driving law that was created in 2008. The problem with that is that it has no teeth. So I've had police officers report to me that they pull someone over and they write them a ticket for talking on their cell phone, and then they send them on their way, and they come up behind them again, and there they are again talking on their cell phone.
Oh boy.
Like they didn't get the clue before. So
dangerous.
It is dangerous, and with the addition of Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all of these other things that distract our time, they even have a device so you can attach your iPad to your steering wheel so you can stream television shows or movies while you're driving. Just completely, I wish we didn't need this law. In a perfect world, people would be completely focused on driving, but that's simply not the case.
So if this passes, what difference would it have from what we currently have as law?
So if this passes, your first violation you'd receive a warning. If it continues, if you continue to display this behavior, then you get a ticket and it gets reported to it becomes a moving violation, so it's reported to your insurance company.
Oh.
And then your insurance rates would go up. So, and then for subsequent violations, your ticket cost would double, and then of course whatever happened with your insurance company, whatever their rates were for drivers who are risky drivers, participate in risky behaviors, would be another penalty.
All right, so we'll have to watch for that one to make sure we're warned that might be coming. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you being here and keeping us up to date, and good luck with your projects.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for watching. I'm Dana Cowley in Olympia, and this is Charter Local Edition Northwest.